Hi, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about what your gifts are. What are your natural blessings, your natural abilities, your spiritual gifts, and your material gifts. If this is your first time on my channel, thank you so much for joining me. Welcome. And if you're back again, I'm so happy to see you. Let's get started. So this will be pile 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So take a moment, use your intuition, find which pile speaks to you the most, and then go to the timestamp in the description box of the video. So pile 1, welcome. This is your reading if you picked pile 1. So let's get started. So first we have, so you're very just. I feel like you're really good at new beginnings. Okay, and like very romantic. I feel you're a natural romantic. Naturally very sweet, naturally very loving. You really shine in your romantic relationships. You really make the person you're with feel loved and special. So that's a beautiful thing. With this one, it's all about new beginnings and a little bit of justice. So I feel like you have really good time management. From what I'm seeing here, I'm really getting pulled to the hourglass. I feel like you have really good time management. You're good at starting things, knowing when to start things. Okay. So you may be a Cancer yourself. Definitely so much water energy coming through with the Knight of Cups and the Moon card. But you're very good at the emotional world. I feel like you're probably very blessed with intuition. You have a good sense of intuition. You have a good sense of being able to see through illusions, see into the deep kind of emotional, watery world that we live in. You probably may be very good at creating your illusions yourself, kind of weaving stories together. Okay, so the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles here. So definitely you're good at patience. I would feel like this is very patient of a card. You can wait to see things through. You can wait for things to kind of come to fruition. You're not trying to rush ahead. Both of these cards, you see, they're just kind of taking their time here, slowly going. This one through the beautiful day and this one through the night. So I really feel like you're very patient. You're willing to see things through to the end. Hopefully the construction noise outside is not too loud for you. You're willing to see things through. You're probably very committed, especially in your partnerships, but committed to your work, committed to your friends, definitely committed to anything you do. You're very knowledgeable, good wit, good with your speech. You're probably a little bit blunt and a little bit cutting. You can kind of tell what people's natural motives and intentions are. I can't tell how loud that is for you. Might pause. You're very good at telling what people's natural motives and intentions are, especially with this Moon card. You intuitively know what's going on with people. Outside of the intuition, you're just very knowledgeable yourself. As you can see, she's got all these books. She's a smart lady. So I assume that whoever you are, you're very smart. Cool. And the Hermit. So interesting. So while you're definitely kind of like a romantic, I feel like you're very good at moments of solitude. You're very good at, which would really make sense with this Moon card here. You're very good at diving into your emotions and diving into those moments of solitude and getting the best out of them and the most out of them. As you can see, he's kind of got a candle and he can hang out by himself with the owl, the symbol of knowledge again. knowledge here. So I feel like you're very blessed, as well as all these are kind of walking alone. So I feel like you're very blessed in terms of independence. You're able to get a lot out of your solitude, a lot out of your alone time that you then bring to your relationships. And I feel like you're kind of a sage almost, a little bit of a very knowledgeable person here. Yeah. And then let's see, so we got the Quantum Quattro card. Yeah, definitely. I feel like this is a sage. Definitely you have that sage energy. Even if you're not fully knowledgeable yet, you're probably learning, and it will develop as you get older in life, because often sages are much older, you know, they're the wise elders and stuff like that. So you definitely have sage energy. Among your friends, you may kind of be the wisest around. Quantum Quattro. And Ancestor Light, yeah, definitely. So this one's tied to the ancestors, it's tied to those elders. Really brings in this kind of sage energy as well. I feel like your ancestors really watch and guide you too. You're very protected by them. You may be able to interact with them even, or meet them in your dreams and things like that. So you're very blessed in that way. Definitely some really powerful energy for you guys. Oh, the Dancer of Inspiration. So yeah, so you're very inspiring, which is not a surprise at all. I mean, you have 3 major arcanas here and then 3 court cards. People probably really look up to you, and more so than that, I would say inspiration probably strikes you a little bit easier than the average person. So not only do you give inspiration to others, I would feel like you're very inspired, and the things that you're inspired to do are usually supported by your ancestors, as well as your ability to kind of commit to things long term. So very beautiful. Spirit of empowerment, yeah, again with this cutting Queen of Swords here. She's very empowered, very fierce of a queen. So yeah, definitely you're empowered. You either empower those around you with your natural energy, or you yourself are a very empowered person. But if you don't really feel empowered, it's probably more so that you're just an empowering presence for people and you don't even realize. People really look up to you here, which makes sense because you're a bit of a sage. Ancestor of Hope. Yeah, you've been blessed with hope, which makes sense again with the inspiration. You're probably very hopeful. Maybe you're able to see on the bright side where others can't. You're able to kind of shed some light in the darkness, again with this Hermit, with his light entering the darkness there. Yeah, you're a very hopeful person, and you're very blessed. I would feel like even in your darkest times, you probably don't fully lose your hope. You probably have, even if it's just a sliver, you have a little bit of it left. And I'm sure this really inspires the people around you. So, very beautiful. And Dancer of Fear. Interesting. Very interesting to end this off. So you're blessed with fear. For this one, I would say you probably have the ability to face your fears very well, or integrate your fears when they come up for you. You're probably not someone who gets stuck or lost or completely frozen in that state of fear. Probably when fear comes up to you, while it may scare you, you're able to move through it. So I would say you're probably very good with fear. You're able to use the energy as it comes. So I'm going to clarify the fear, because it's a very interesting card to end with. What is the gift of fear here? Okay, not what I was expecting at all. So we have the Two of Cups and the Emperor, and both in reverse. So I would say with fear, you probably can overcome your fear of relationships very easily. If you have any fear of intimacy, any fear of commitment, I feel like it's not very difficult for you to get past that. And as well with this, Cancer fear, very interesting. So this is the Aries card, the kind of boss energy, big emperor. He's very strong, very confident. So with the fear, I would say the fear probably doesn't shake your confidence. It doesn't shake that Aries energy out of you, that emperor out of you. While it may scare you, you still maintain that very empowered and inspired essence underneath that fear. So that's really cool. Yeah, so these are your main gifts and your blessings from the universe, your natural abilities. Let me know if you feel like it resonated with you in the comments below. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. So we'll just get right into it. So what are your spiritual gifts? What are your natural talents, abilities, and blessings? Temperance. So right away I'm seeing you guys are very balanced. You have a really high perspective and you're probably very good at moving into that objective view of things. I would say where other people kind of get lost in that like black or white perspective, you can see both. And you're very balanced in that way. You're also probably very peaceful and kind of calm with your energy, which is a very beautiful thing to be. You're an explorer, so you're adventurous. You're not afraid to go out into the woods alone. Maybe not exactly the woods, but into those kind of unknown territories. You're definitely an adventurous, curious spirit, which is a beautiful thing. You've been blessed with curiosity. Totally amazing, the Three of Wands. Yeah, and you're probably very explorative, very like focused on learning, wanting to know more, wanting to see more, wanting to do more, which is probably part of the reason why you have such a beautiful, objective, and balanced perspective of the world. And we have here 10 of Swords. So interesting. 10 of Swords can sometimes mean like unseen enemies, which in this case it definitely doesn't. I would say as a spiritual blessing or spiritual gift, for me the 10 of Swords means like even if someone hits you, you see how there's just this like puff of smoke in the center? Even if something hits you, it's okay because you're willing to let your ego be destroyed. You're willing to let things hit you because there's kind of nothing to hit there. You're able to take those hard lessons and those hard pains and just move forward without being as affected as deeply as someone when they're attacked. And again, this really ties into that balanced perspective that you're starting this reading off with. So yeah, so with the 10 of Swords, I would say that you're just like, you see how all these swords are attacking it and it's just like, pff, there's nothing to hit. And I would feel like that's you. No matter what comes up against you, it can't hit the core of you. It can't touch who you really are. It can't affect that deeper sense of yourself, which is really powerful. A really beautiful gift to have. You're not as affected by other people as some people may be. You're able to kind of move through the world by your own accord, and that's very amazing. Ooh, abundance! So either you're very abundant to begin with, maybe you were born into an abundant family, or you just have a naturally abundant energy. I would say that things like opportunity and money are probably very attracted to you and they want to come your way, but also you're just kind of abundant. You're able to be grateful for the things that you have, the things around you. You're able to inspire other people around you to feel more abundant within themselves. I'd say you're very materially blessed. If not exactly right now, you definitely will be with the abundance card coming up. You're meant to have that wealth. You're meant to have that easy, full life. So yeah, if that's not what you're experiencing right now, it's definitely coming to you in some way or some form or sometime. This beautiful, abundant energy. and it's something that you naturally possess. So the more you turn into that natural feeling of abundance, the more it will be able to reflect in your outer world, and you'll really be able to experience it for yourself. Let's see. Okay, growth. So yeah, the tree of growth, the Seven of Pentacles. So you're very good at growing. I feel like you're like this sturdy tree that kind of just builds up and branches off into these beautiful flowers and leaves and all that. I feel like you're connected to the earth with these two earth cards coming up. You're very connected to the material world, and you're able to grow really well. Yeah, you're able to constantly kind of take things in and build yourself up with that. And again, both the Seven and the Nine of Pentacles, I definitely feel like you're meant to be materially blessed in this lifetime, or at least materially stable in this lifetime. This is a very stable energy, the Seven of Pentacles. And two, yeah, so this kind of connects, the Two of Swords, this kind of connects to this first one here. You're very peaceful, you're very calm, you're able to create harmony between people. You might be a Libra, and there's not a lot of Libra showing up here, but you're able to create harmony between people, harmony in your space, harmony in your environment, harmony within yourself. You're very blessed with that calm sense of peace. And yeah, the more you kind of tap into yourself and tune in, the more that'll kind of light up and turn on and really exude from you this calm, peaceful. So sorry about that. My camera died partway through your reading. So to wrap up what we were saying, you have a very peaceful, calm, stable, growth-oriented aura. And I think that's a beautiful thing. So we'll keep going with your reading. Ooh, rhodosite. So yeah, very earthy, very grounded, very stable, very powerful energy. And then amethyst. Yeah, so amethyst is one of the stones that they recommend for anxiety. It's one of those that they recommend for clarity and for calming the mind. So this really ties into that peaceful energy that you just exude. You're grounded, but you're kind of like open to more, open to the divine, and very spiritual, very peaceful. Very cool energy you have. Spirit of initiation. Ooh, so you're like a wizard. You probably initiate the people that you come across to kind of learn more themselves, do more themselves. Maybe they get inspired by you to be more grounded or more peaceful. But you start people on their path. This is something that you're naturally good at. It's just kind of initiating them into something new, bringing them into something different. It's possible that just meeting you can start someone on a new, beautiful journey. So that's really cool. You're an initiator energy. If you want to know more about this, you can look into the Archetypes by Carl Jung. The magician archetype would definitely kind of tie into this energy here. They're the initiator. And then Hunter of Abundance. You got double abundance here. You are very abundant. You're probably naturally oriented towards success, naturally oriented towards your goals, which is a beautiful thing. If not right now, like I said before, abundance is meant to be a part of your life. It's meant to be a part of your energy. It's one of the gifts that you literally have. And one of the gifts that you bring as well. You bring to the table your abundance, and you share that with the people around you, which is a very amazing thing to be, an amazing thing to do. Ancestor of skill. So yeah, I'd say you're highly skilled, or you're very good at gaining skills. I think for you, learning would come relatively easy depending on what you dedicate to yourself. I'm sure you kind of like to explore new topics, explore new skills, explore new ideas. And with that, it makes you very talented. I feel like you're someone who is very good at practicing things and attaining that skill. And that's part of the reason why you're so abundant. And yeah, so amazing. And then here we get the Hunter of Honor. Yeah, you're a cool person. Definitely you're very honorable. I mean, we can tell right here with this Temperance card. That's a big card to have starting off your reading. You have a high honor. You probably act very well from your own sense of integrity, your own moral compass. You take honorable actions and people just look up to you. They super see you as this kind of wonderful being of peace and honor. And you probably give to other people that sense of honor as well. You make them feel seen, you make them feel heard, you make them feel good about themselves and who they are. You gift to them this honor that you just naturally carry with you. And that's very beautiful. So overall, pile 2, you seem like an amazing person. I hope this resonated for you. Let me know if you felt like it related at all. If not, have a beautiful day. Wishing you the best on your journey. Thank you so much for watching. So if you picked pile 3, this is your reading and we'll get started. So first, the star. Wow. So you could be a dreamer. You could be an Aquarius, but you definitely have this very hopeful, dreamy energy to you. You probably inspire the people around you. You have your sights kind of set on the bigger picture, the bigger world. Aquarius is the energy of kind of unifying communities and bringing about new ideas and innovation. So you're definitely a very innovative personality, very kind of starry and magical. This is a beautiful card to start off with. Absolutely amazing. Your family, yeah, so I feel like you're very tied to your family. If it's not your actual family, at least your family of friends, your soul family, you definitely have the gift of family here. You make other people feel at home. You make other people feel welcomed around you. You make them feel like they're part of your family, even if you don't know them. You're definitely this unifying energy. Again, really ties into that kind of community Aquarius vibe. I'm seeing you really bring people together, and that's very cool with the 10 of Cups. And the 3 of Cups. Wow, dude. That's so cool. So you can see like both of these energies are just like carefree people partying with other people. And that's what I'm seeing with you. You're very friendly. I would say your gift is how well that you can connect with others and you get to celebrate and be joyous. And that's very beautiful. I would say you're probably kind of like the life of the party in a way. Maybe if you're a little bit introverted, you still kind of hype people up just with your energy. You make them have fun. I would think it's very nice to be around you, very joyous. Yeah. And so much water in cups here. Like, I know these are both cup cards, but like so much water pouring out. So you probably have this very beautiful kind of emotional, intuitive vibe to you as well. Ooh, so this is my victory lady. This is the Page of Swords. So I'm seeing here that you're very you're very certain personality. I feel like you're very just like you're gonna go for it. You're ready for whatever you need. She is, you know, she's got her sword up in the air and she's just like woohoo. And with the swords, it's often about communication. So you're probably a very clear and concise communicator, which would definitely tie into all this unity, family energy coming off of you. I would feel like, you know how she's kind of like parting the sword, the skies with her swords? I feel like that's what you do with your words. You can kind of part, kind of end division, end conflict with your words, part the heavens. You have a very probably beautiful voice, and when you use it, you kind of draw people together. You're very good at speech, very friendly, very amazing energy. Definitely kind of a champion in your own right. And the Mage! You're so magical! So yeah, you have lots of power to kind of like affect reality, to make change in your environment. you have this magical vibe to you that I'm sure people just love. And yeah, the mage, that's so cool. Yeah, you see he's the sign of change. He can change anything. He can direct the force of nature. He can direct the force of life. And I feel like you can do that. You're probably not even aware of how well you can direct the energy in a room, especially with all these kind of dealing with people cards. I definitely feel like you're one of those people where they walk into the room and they're changing the energy. They're affecting everyone in it. Even if, like I said, you're not very loud or extroverted, it's just the energy that you carry with you. Yeah, then you have the Hierophant. So the Hierophant could be a teacher. You could be a teacher yourself. Again, it ties into groups and society. So it's really pulling together this unity and this collective energy about you. I feel like you're very good at expressing yourself, very good at teaching others, at kind of enlightening them to something. These two cards definitely. Wow, this is so cool, this one. Yeah, you seem like you're very cool, and both these guys, very magical energy coming off of you. Very mystical vibe, I'm sure. And you have 3 major arcanas and lots of water. So I feel like you're kind of a water-air vibe to you. Very like go with the flow and changeable and movable. So that's really cool. We have Starlight. Yeah, so this is a very soft energy, very tied to our higher crown and third eye chakras. And yeah, purple is kind of like that royal color, and that's what Charite gives you. Charite, I cannot pronounce that one. And then aquamarine. So yeah, very soft, very inspiring, very fluid. Definitely. Cool. And then you have the Shaman of Tradition. So interesting with the Hierophant card. Yeah, you may have been like given a very good tradition or kind of a family religion or a way of viewing the world from your culture or where you come from that's very powerful for you, and that really helps you kind of how you view the world. I feel like you might, if you're not kind of traditional yourself, the traditions, the new traditions that you create are very inspiring. You may be creative with tradition, which is an amazing trait to have. We need more of that, more new traditions. Shaman of Reflections. Yeah, so you're probably a very reflective spirit that kind of ties in with this aquamarine energy here. I feel like you're gifted with that very calm, kind of patient presence that can turn around and teach or turn around and speak to the world in this beautiful, connective way. So it's very cool. Traditions and reflections. Wow. Hunter of Paths. Interesting. So I feel like you have a lot of choices. You have a lot of choices in where you can go and what you can do. And you might have many different paths opening up for you, like where some people may have kind of 1 or maybe 2 roads they stick down their whole life. I feel like you have a lot of choices, a lot of paths. And this, so sorry, pile 3, my camera died there. But what I was saying was that all these kind of paths really come from your dreamer energy that you have. So last card for you guys is the Spirit of Nurture. So yeah, this really ties into that family vibe. You're very nurturing. You're very kind. As I was saying earlier, where you just naturally make people feel at home. You naturally make them feel welcome. That's this beautiful, nurturing energy that you just naturally carry with you. So that's amazing, pile 3. I hope this kind of uplifted you and made you feel a little bit good about yourself today and all the amazing gifts you carry. I feel like you're very connected to the world and you're really giving to the people around you, and that's very beautiful. So let me know if you feel like this related to you in the comments, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. Welcome, pile 3. Let's find out what your spiritual gifts, natural talents, and abilities are. So First card we have is the Sorceress. It's so weird. I was just thinking about this card as I was turning on my camera for your reading. So crazy that it came up first. You're definitely got this spiritual power. As you can see, she's the Sorceress Lady, the High Priestess. So I feel like you're naturally inclined to spiritual wisdom, spiritual knowledge, if not just kind of mastery of knowledge in whatever you're focused on, wherever your areas of interest are, you master that knowledge really well. With the Sorceress, so it's really cool. And if you don't feel like you're very knowledgeable or at the spirit world yet, definitely keep learning about it, because it's one of your natural abilities to be this kind of powerful, spiritual, priest-like being in this world. So you may have felt drawn to it. I think it was pile 1 was the sage as well. With here though, it's less of that kind of sage elder energy and more of that illusion, kind of secret knowledge energy, if that makes sense. So the High Priestess, very cool. Ooh, so building. So this could mean that you actually have just like a really nice body, like you're naturally able to build up your body really well and your fitness, or that you're very good at kind of going for your dreams, going through for your goals, and building up your craft. If you have an area of focus, if it's the spiritual world, you have a lot of this building power here. And you see she's like pointing to the stars, so that's kind of like chasing your dreams and the ability to follow through on your goals. So yeah, but I definitely feel like you could also just be really athletic with this card. Naturally kind of muscular even when you're not trying. Oh, so interesting with the Seven of Cups. So normally this is the Vice card. As a spiritual gift, I would feel like you don't really get caught up in vices. You're kind of able to use different things that for some people might destroy them or really harm their lives without taking harm from it. If anything, you might kind of pull knowledge from these things that are naturally damaging to other people. So you're really strong with that. You might find that you have like a high natural tolerance for various substances, or, you know, when other people kind of are having a bad time, or I don't know if it's psychedelics, like freaking out or panicking, you're just kind of like cool and collected and like, okay, what's wrong with you? I'm chill. That's what I would really feel in the spices. You don't get lost in addictions as much as many people. You have this kind of control over them. You can maybe take up smoking and then give it up easily. You don't have to get caught in that, which is really cool. And I feel like you can get a lot of lessons from those things as well, whereas other people may just be destroyed by them. Work, 10 of Wands, very interesting. So I feel like you're a hard worker. You're good at completing those daily tasks, those menial tasks that you need to complete. You're naturally inclined to kind of efforting and producing results through your efforts. Definitely ties in really well to this. You're a hard worker, you're good at what you do, and you do it with kind of focus and drive, which is very good. And again, I'm feeling the strength here because like you see how strong that guy is to carry all those wands up the hill. So you're naturally probably a little bit stronger than most people, if not physically, mentally, or spiritually, which would definitely tie back to this Vice card and the Sorcerer. You just have this natural strength in your aura. And freedom. So yeah, with the 8 of Cups here, you're definitely very free. You probably kind of make other people feel more free, or more like they can be themselves or express themselves in your presence because you're so free. Yeah, so that's very cool. You might be good at kind of those leaps of faith, leaps into the unknown. Those may be very beneficial to you because you back it up with this really good craftsmanship and hard work. But yeah, I feel like you're not bound by a lot of things. You don't have as many mental or emotional constrictions as other people may have. Oh, and then again, we got building again. So yeah, you're really good at seeing a vision through, creating something out of nothing. You are a natural builder. The things you put your energy and intention to will naturally become strong. This is about making good foundations. So I feel like your foundation for yourself is very set, very certain, very stable, and you're able to use that to build stable foundations with the things that you want to do. So it's very cool. And lots of water and earth here. And Mennonite. So yeah, this is kind of like the fertility stone, the motherly stone, the nurturing stone. So I feel like you're definitely very nurturing with your energy. You might have a natural inclination to being a mother or a father, something like that. You may be a naturally just kind of skilled parent, or you may kind of be the honorary parent of your friends and the people around you, with this very nurturing, kind of caring energy. And then Acetule, no way I'm gonna pronounce that correctly. Yeah, again, very spiritual stone, really tied to the sorcerer here. Really like those chakras that are like up above the head, the kind of ethereal body chakras. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling like you're very divinely connected, especially with both of these being white. White is usually the kind of symbol of purity and spirituality and divinity. So I feel like you're naturally very clear in that aspect. You're naturally kind of very divine in your presence and your aura and the energy that you radiate. And yeah, you have a natural inclination to the spiritual world. I'm sure that your spiritual pursuits will really pan out for you if you're interested in that at all. Ancestor of memory. So you probably have a great memory. I mean, this one seems pretty self-explanatory here. I would say you probably have a really good memory. You can maybe have a photographic memory, or you can just remember little details that others can't. And this probably adds to why you're so good at crafting, creating, and being this knowledgeable teacher, is because of your memory. You have a great memory, so fantastic. Dancer of reconciliation. So yeah, I feel like you're really good at blending different concepts, opposite concepts, and reconciling them together and taking knowledge from them. You could also be really good at creating reconciliation with other people when there's a rupture or damage in a relationship. You can kind of be the one to bridge that gap and use your nurturing energy to create that reconciliation, and that's a really beautiful thing. And purification. Interesting. So yeah, it ties into what I said with these two white stones about the purity. I would say that naturally you're kind of led to purification or easily purified. It might be that what you give to other people is a purification of the way that they see the world, their thoughts and perspectives. You use kind of your spiritual power and your sense of freedom, and through that you purify how other people see the world. But you're naturally yourself very inclined towards purification and purification practices, as well as a natural purifier for this world. You may be a bit of an empath, able to kind of take in negative energy and make something positive out of it, which is really cool. And then spirit of family. So yeah, really nurturing. You're probably destined to be a parent or a really lovely kind of caregiver for the kids around you if you don't want to actually have kids yourself. That like really fun aunt or uncle. You definitely are blessed with family. You can make family work really well. If you're not really connected to your home family, or like your birth family, you may be able to create family amongst your friends, or the family that you create yourself through yourself may just be really beautiful. You may make people feel like they're part of your family even if they barely know you, which is really nice energy to have and to share with the world. So yeah, overall really powerful cards here. You can let me know if you feel like it related at all in the comments. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day. I do weird things in between readings, and I'm like, Should I put those in as like bloopers? I don't know. Maybe they're funny, maybe it's just weird as fuck. Okay. So welcome pile 4. If you chose pile 4, then this is your reading. What are your natural talents, abilities, and spiritual gifts? Ooh, Tower! So I feel like you're really good at those Tower moments, those destructive, big, life-changing moments. You're naturally inclined towards them. You're good in those moments of upheaval. You can probably handle chaos and change a little bit better than most people. And I feel like Tower moments are really auspicious for you. So if you're ever finding yourself in a Tower moment, if you don't know what that means, that's when you realize something kind of sucks for you and you gotta leave it. And it's usually very abrupt, like just one day you just quit your job, or one day your relationship just ends, and it's kind of out of nowhere, but it's for the best. And as you see, it's like this tower is on fire and he's cutting it down. He's like, we're done with that. In some other representations, there's like people jumping from the tower, and well, it's being hit by lightning, you know what I mean? It's that big catastrophic feeling ending. So naturally, those are really good for you. Naturally, you're probably able to handle them a lot better than most people. You're able to kind of roll with the changes, roll with the punches. You yourself might kind of cause a little bit of chaos where you go, cause a little bit of upheaval just with your energy. Interesting. So this is, you know, he's the guy in prison. Usually this is the repressed emotion card, so I'm not really sure how this would be a spiritual gift. Let's see. Repression. Let's clarify here, because that's kind of odd. Your natural ability is to repress your emotions. I would say that's probably not it, so let's clarify this 8 of Swords energy for you here. You may be really good at leaving those mental prisons with it being right beside the Tower card. Let's see. Totally not expecting this one to show up. Temperance and Star. Wow. So yeah, I feel like you have this kind of very balanced perspective. So I feel like it's almost like with the star upside down. So that's like your hopes and your dreams and your fantasies. So I feel like it's almost like you can see clearly about how things are going to pan out. And you have this objective perspective in regards to the things that keep you imprisoned and the things that keep you kind of mentally weighed down and repressed. And so with that, you're able to kind of deal with those situations better. Maybe you can see them clearer than most people can with this Temperance card, because it's all about having that very calm and all-knowing objective perspective. So I feel like you can kind of see the bars that hold you, which is probably why you're good at towering. Yeah. And we have the King of Cups, so this is emotional mastery. So you're very good with your emotions, very good with your intuition. You're probably naturally very calm in a heated moment, which could tie into this, like when other people get kind of lost in their emotions, lost in what's happening around them. You can kind of stay cool and collected, and you can hold back a little bit and see things from that objective, more kind of calm perspective. Here, so you're good at making decisions. You're definitely good at preparation and decision making. You take your time, you see things out, and I feel like you usually pick the right path. You're usually able to see where you need to go next. It's not that difficult for you. If you don't feel like that, you know, if you feel like you're kind of lost and you're like, what do you mean? I mean, it's easy to pick the right path. It's just natural. What you pick is right. That's what I'm seeing with this one. What you pick when you have to sit there and pick between multiple options, you're naturally inclined to pick the right path, and that's a really cool thing to have. And energy, so you have lots of energy, you have lots of creative energy, lots of your sacral chakra is probably really open, same with your solar plexus. You have lots of energy to create what you need, lots of passion, lots of fire. It's very beautiful. And then defense. So yeah, this kind of ties back to this prison card. I feel like you're naturally very defended, naturally very strong. You may be very safe for other people. Like you can kind of make them feel safe. You can kind of protect and defend others just naturally. They feel safe in your presence. I feel like you're also probably very protected by your guides and your ancestors. You have this kind of fortress around you that makes it so even when things are falling apart, you can kind of navigate through that with this kind of calm and collected, emotionally mastered, objective perspective. So yeah, you have strong defenses. People can't really come at you and attack you out of nowhere because you're kind of like too smart for that. Ooh, the blue stone. So yeah, the Presley blue stone. So you're very grounded. You're very connected to earth. Very connected to kind of the mystical underworld. And pink granite. Yeah, so these are very kind of like similar but different energies here. With the pink granite, I'm seeing it's like kind of like your connection to your ancestors is very strong. And again, your connection to the earth. You're very grounded. Again, with that fortress energy, you're very sturdy in yourself. You're not easily kind of swayed one way or the other, no matter how chaotic things get. You're a strong stone. And shaman of songs. So you may be a really good singer. You may have a beautiful voice. Or just a voice that people like to listen to if you don't particularly like to sing. I feel like the way you speak is just kind of enchanting to people or very interesting. So yeah, a very nice voice here. And shaman of birth. So yeah, with this one, I feel like you have the energy to bring things into reality, to create new things. Projects could be actual new life. You can bring them in through you because you're so how strong you have to be kind of to give birth and go through all that pain. That's what I'm feeling with you. You're this fortress, and through this energetic fortress that you are, you can birth beautiful new things. And hunter vision, yeah, so you have a clear vision, you have really clear sight, you know where to go, when to leave, your vision is on point. You probably have a very open third eye chakra as well. You can see situations clearly, you can make decisions from that calm, kind of irrational place instead of that emotional, chaotic place. And the dancer of life. Yeah, so I feel like you just bring life to people. You lighten up a room, you bring life to the mood. You're just this naturally beautiful presence to have around. With this beautiful voice here and this kind of just life-giving energy. You're probably very vital, full of vitality, and energy just moves through you really well, moves through all of your chakras. Yeah. And it definitely ties to this energy card again. Lots of life with you. You kind of bring things to life. You dance around your life. I would see with this tower, like, you probably live a lot more than most people do. Where some people will kind of pick a road and stick to it and not really change much. You're ready to just, like, blow things up and go to the next thing, start again. It's not a big deal to you. You want to live life. You want to take in as many experiences as you can. You want to really be here for all of it. And that's pretty cool. So yeah, you can let me know if you felt like it related to you. And I hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for watching.